And now, NBC 38's Business Spotlight.
Hello, I'm Mark Kirkland, Managing Director of EPO for WLTZ Local NBC 38, and you're watching Business Spotlight. We're here with Dr. Don Moeller, retired Lieutenant Colonel from the U.S. Army Dental Corps, and he's here to talk about PTSD and traumatic brain injury. Dr. Moeller, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, initially my interest started when I was on active duty. I was an oral and maxillofacial surgeon and retired from the Army, but I found out a lot of my patients, statistically speaking, had headaches, had trouble sleeping, and other craniofacial pain problems. And they correlated highly with PTSD. And having gone to medical school and dental school, I looked at oral problems differently than just a tooth-borne problem like a denture or partial, something, root canal, something like that. Actually, PTSD affects the oral health of our soldiers, veterans, first responders, police, emergency medical technicians. It's the constant stress. And PTSD affects numerous systems. One's a cardiovascular system. You know, our veterans, first responders have increased blood pressure. For example, the endocrine system is also affected. Well, the musculoskeletal system is certainly affected by PTSD. And the dental apparatus, their chewing apparatus, and I call it a system, because it helps understand how we're going to end up treating this problem. And so when you tell someone that you've going to help them with PTSD and you say it affects your oral health, it's the first time they've heard it. And we've been doing research here on certain aspects of that. But it's a critical thing to be aware that PTSD is not just a mental illness, and it affects all the subsystems in your body. And when you realize this, you can make progress in treatment.
Sure. Well, how did you get involved in this in the first place? I mean, what made this come about?
Well, personally, I had a lot of headaches that wouldn't go away and nightmares because I was a medic in Vietnam and a surgeon in Desert Storm. Well, I finally worked out the puzzle and found out by making a splint from my mouth that stopped my nightmares, stopped the headaches, and stopped the wake-up. So it really was an opportunity to pay it forward and help veterans. No research had been done in this, and it's been published. So my goal right now is to help veterans and first responders who have these problems.
Now, what makes you the expert that you are in these areas?
There are no experts in any medical area except legends in their own mind. I've published papers on this and lately worked with a Harvard University professor, Dr. Don Gidden, and he helped me immensely.
Okay, and so you moved to Columbus, you were in the military, you moved to Columbus and you started this practice. Tell us a little bit more about how that came about.
Well, we like Columbus, and it's a fun town, and you got a lot of veterans, so that's a great place to live.
Again, thank you, Dr. Moeller. This is Mark Kirkland, and thank you for watching Business Spotlight on Local NBC 38.